Yay Networks.
Hey, y'all, our listeners get 10% off their very first month at betterhelp.com/Lindsey. So if you are struggling with depression, anxiety, you just feel overwhelmed with life, you are not alone. That's betterhelp, HELP.com/Lindseys.
Yep. BetterHelp, HELP.com/Lindseys. And that's LINDSEYS. Get your 10% off today.
Hey, y'all, welcome to Life with the Lindseys. My name is Heather.
And what's up, yo? This your boy Cornelius.
Yes, I'm so excited you landed on our podcast, and your life is pretty much going to be changed.
Yes, man. If you're looking for something real, relevant, and authentic, then you landed on the right place. Hey, here's the thing. We about to get going right now, so y'all tune in, buckle up, sit back, get ready for the show. Here we go.
Hey, everybody. This is Cornelius.
Hey, y'all, this is Heather.
We're super excited to be with you all today.
Sure are.
All right. So you mentioned that somebody had something they want us to talk about.
Yes. So I made a post on social media, and I put some friendships are seasonal, but some aren't. When you don't handle your friends or just humans, y'all, and when you don't handle your friends or humans with care, you lose them. Stop blaming seasons for your messiness. Now, if you gossip about your friend and your friend finds out, you're going to lose that friend. If you lie to your friend, you may lose that friend. If you're not loyal to your friend, you might lose that friend. If you go silent and weird on that friend, you might lose them. Let's stop blaming God's will on free will. You have a free will to be intentional in your friendships that he sends you. And I pretty much just said in the caption, I was like, y'all, let's stop over spiritualizing this simple concept, right?
That's good.
I feel like so many people do that, right? They were like, well, I just feel like God, what does God have to do with this? He says,
what does God have to do with your poor communication?
Right. He says, love your neighbors as you love yourself. Like, make it make sense. Why are you dragging God into your confusion?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
That's very true. I actually had a recent incident with this guy, I would consider him a friend, invited me to be in his wedding, everything. Wow. I couldn't do it because it was right around the kid's birthday. And he just reached out to me. I hadn't spoken to him in probably a month and a half, 2 months. Yeah. And he just reached out to me and he's like, hey bro, how are you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm cool. I said, how are you? And he said, I'm doing well, but he said, but our friendship is bothering me. And I was like, oh, well, what about it? Yeah. And he said, well, he said, I thought we were friends. I invited you, like I wanted you to be in my wedding, but I knew that you couldn't. Yeah. He said, but even then, I would have expected like a phone call that said, congratulations, I just got married, or, he said, I would have expected something from you. Yeah. He said, but I didn't get anything. And he said, it's just been silence. Yeah. And he said, I'll see you on social. And he said, I'll see you liking my stuff, but we're friends outside of social media. Yeah. And in that moment, like I had that, he checked me and I was like, you know what? I can really be a crappy friend. Yeah. And I would want that. You just got married. Yeah. He's going through a very tough season. He just got married and he's like, I want you to be happy for me. Like, hey, call me.
How are you?
Hey, call me. Like, how was it? Like, how did it go? Send me pictures, send me videos, something. And he's like, yo, I got nothing from you. Aww. And I'm like, yeah. And I mean,
I can. You right, friend.
Yeah. And I can, I can blame all day long. Sure. Well, I got a wife and I got 3 kids and I have all this stuff going on. I got this and this and this. I can blame everything on all of that stuff. But when it comes down to it, when the rubber meets the road, like I have to take accountability for my miscommunication or my non-communication. Yeah. I have to take responsibility for the actions that I take. That's not God's will. And thank God that he's mature enough to be able to come to me and address me. It ain't doing good. Yeah. And thank God he's mature enough. He's in therapy. I'm in therapy. Thank God he's mature enough to come to me. And not everybody, is like that. We go to therapy for other people who choose not to. But he confronted me and that helped me. Because I was like, you know what? I ain't that good of a friend. Yeah. Yeah.
No, that's good. No, I agree, babe. I just feel like I always say you have to put your friends in categories, right? Our main category is like our holies of holies, right? That's like our super close friends, best friends, spouses, right? And then we have our inner court. And that's people like, they have your number you're cool with. And then your outer court, like your social media friends, people that you know. And I feel like sometimes we do misplace people and we put them in the wrong category, right? Right. And we just feel like, well, dang, my outer court friend is not acting like, somebody in my inner court friend. Well, they're not supposed to, right? Right. But I feel like for the people that you're doing life with and they have your number and y'all done hung out and you feel like this, God has called this person into your life. Like, you've got to be intentional with your relationship.
Absolutely.
Like, don't be weird. Like, if you have an issue with somebody, don't like hide them on social media and just try to forget they exist. Like, text them, call them. I feel like people are going through enough issues and enough trauma in life. Like, be my friend.
Yeah.
And especially if your friend is going through a hard time.
Yeah.
Right? Your friend, maybe they shared that, they had a miscarriage or their marriage is struggling or something happened with their business. Like, this isn't the time for you to be like, ooh, let me go gossip about them. I got the tea on so-and-so. You know what I mean? Like, y'all, are we believers or not? I know most people that listen are, but still, like, come on. Like, how are we any different than the world?
Yeah.
I feel like they look at us and be like, y'all are confused. Y'all can't get along. Y'all fight. And y'all don't have healthy relationships. Like, why would I even want to be a believer?
Yeah. No, that's good. We have sermons about friendship, but I think that it starts at a very, I want to take it all the way back. I think the reason why many of us don't have good friendships is because we're not healthy ourselves.
That's a word.
Because biblically it says that, it says to love your neighbor as yourself.
Yeah.
And when you don't have a healthy love for self, and when you're not healthy, it's very difficult for you to be able to help somebody else.
That's real.
Like, even after I apologized, because I didn't want to gaslight the situation with him. I was very straightforward and I said, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
And your points are extremely valid. Please forgive me. I can do better. And then he said, bro, I appreciate that. He said, but I know that you also have struggled with depression and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. He said, so I know you got a wife. I know you got kids. I know you have all of that. Yeah. But, he was able to be understanding, but yet and still he understood, okay, maybe I wasn't at my healthiest.
Yeah.
He kept saying that, he deals with rejection. So my silence
activated his depression.
activated his rejection.
Yeah.
Because he felt like, oh, you rejecting me because you're not reaching out to me, but we're supposed to be friends. And then he was going through his head analyzing, well, what did I do to cause for my friend not to reach out and talk to me?
That's real.
And I'm like, dude, I hate that, we even started this whole thing, in our heads, but he was able to understand. But going back to my point, when you're not healthy, it's very difficult. It's very, very difficult when you're not healthy for you to just be there for somebody else. Yeah. And I think we have to be able to communicate up front.
Yeah.
What health looks like and what our health looks like, letting people know, man, I'm not my best right now.
Yeah.
And so we don't just go ghost on people. And I know that's something I can work on.
Yeah.
Because I'll go ghost on you in a heartbeat. And I know that ain't right. But I would just, in my head, when you out of sight, you out of mind.
Yeah. I
ain't got to talk to you. I ain't got to think about you. I ain't got to look at you. And I'm not that person who gonna hide you. If I ain't gonna talk to you, I'm gonna follow you, move on, and nothing ain't ever happened. Yeah,
it's hard because I feel like I have a personality where I want everybody, like, I want us to all be friends, like, absolutely, all the time. Like I want us all to be besties. I never want us to have conflict. I never want us to have problems. And so it's hard for me when some friendships go weird and go silent, because I'm almost like, and I've struggled with rejection myself. So almost like, did I do something? Like, what's wrong? So what I've learned to do is like reach out and like, hey, our relationship is getting weird and silent. Like, what's going on? Right. And what annoys me is when that person on the other end is like, oh, no, we're fine. No, we're not fine.
We ain't fine.
Weird.
We ain't fine.
It's weird, right?
You can feel it.
Right. You can feel that. So if I reach out and they say, oh, no, we're good. Girl, I love you. How are you? I hope all is well. Like, if you hit me with that, then I'm like, okay, then obviously life is sending us into, two separate directions, because we're grown. And at this point, ain't no chasing friendships. Like, we don't chase nobody down. That's either you're in my life or not. It shouldn't take all that work. It shouldn't be stressful and draining and overwhelming in a whole production to have a conversation.
That's correct. It should not, take all of that. But unfortunately, in the kind of world we live in today, a lot of people are going through a lot of different things, and all those things that we're going through, it's like need to
tell your friend.
Yeah. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Tell your friends.
If your friend
communicate
comes up to you and is like, hey, are we weird and silent? Everything okay?
Be honest in the moment.
They'd be like, you know what? it's not even you. Like, I'm going through some personal stuff.
Yes.
Like, can you just pray for me? Like,
Yeah.
it's nothing crazy, nothing bad. Like, I'm going through my own journey right now.
Right.
And I'm struggling because I feel like you pop up 2 years after your journey and you try to go back into that person's life, but they feel so rejected by you from the past 2 years. They're like, no, I'm good.
Right.
Like, I don't want to be rejected.
Right. That's it. I mean, that's good. I got to tell you about another situation I just had. But, talking about getting the help that you need and making sure that you're healthy, we're very thankful for our sponsor of this podcast, Better Help. Y'all, you just don't understand. I mean, we're all going through all these different things in life with depression, trauma, family issues, sleep disorders, all these kind of things. I actually had a guy who came up to me in the gym this morning, babe. I forgot to tell you, he came to me in the gym, older guy, and he looked and he said, have you been okay the last 2 weeks?
Aww.
And I was like, you know what? My body's just been going through, I'm on this 90-day thing. He's like, yeah, I've seen that. He said, but that's not it.
Oh,
and I was like, well, just so you know, I suffer with depression, stuff like that. He's like, yeah, because when you come in the gym, he said, you're a ray of sunshine.
Aw, that's sweet.
He said, but the last couple of weeks, you've seemed very unapproachable. He said, and I didn't think that that's like you.
Yeah.
And he said, I sensed it.
Aw,
and he was like
me.
Yeah, he's a feeler. He's like, I sensed it. I sensed it. And it was so good because, I was able to share things with him, and he shared with me. He said, I smoked weed for 50 years of my life.
Whoa.
And he's like, because I dealt with depression and anxiety. Wow. So we're able to talk and connect. But, you need that. You need somebody to be able to talk to. You need somebody to be able to see you for who you are. Yeah. And BetterHelp provides that. You don't have to worry about going to sit down in a therapist's office or anything like that. You can get everything that you need virtually. They even have texting options for you. It's everything that you need to be able to take care of all of the stresses that you have in life. It's online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat only therapy sessions, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to.
That's right. Y'all, our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Lindseys. That is BetterHelp, HELP.com/Lindseys.
Yep, and that's LINDSEYS. We also encouraging you to make sure we're going to get this mouth fixed. You know what I'm talking about? And I don't know if y'all know about this, but it's some dope night guards. They're worn by those who grind their teeth in their sleep, or they clench their jaw during the day. And I know I can have a problem with, sometimes grinding my teeth, stress, anxiety, all that kind of stuff. But the condition of night grinding and day clenching is known. It is known, around with a lot of people. It's estimated that 1/5 people grind in their sleep or clench during the day. Oh, wow. And it's important for you to know. It's important for you to know that this is an issue that can be resolved. Yeah. It can be resolved. And that's why we're so thankful for Smile Brilliant. So the most common cause of grinding and day clenching is stress. So tying common stressors, with what the things that we're currently dealing with. We have common issues we're all dealing with, and it's causing the grinding, it's causing the day clenching, and it results in worn down tooth enamel, cracked teeth, chipped teeth, and can also lead to infection. Cosmetic fixes, y'all, are expensive. A tooth crown, $800 to $3,000 per tooth. So ridiculous. Replacing all your teeth with implants, $7,000 to $90,000.
That's craziness.
Or y'all gonna go down there to one of them islands and get it done, and then when one of them teeth fall out, you can't get it done no more. Veneers,
you might not wake up.
You might not wake up. You need to just stay here in Context Small Brilliant. Veneers, y'all, $400 to $2,500 per tooth.
That's crazy.
You go to Night Guards, if you go to the dentist, they're charging you $225 to $600. Yeah. With Smile Brilliant, you get it as low as $45 per guard. And then if you lose one, you can reorder it for as low as $25 per guard.
That's wild. Okay, y'all. So we want you to go to smilebrilliant.com.
Using our discount code LWL.
And they also have more than just custom fitted teeth whitening trays, whitening gels, electronic toothbrushes, water flossers, and so much more.
Yeah, so get your 20% off now. Go to Smile Brilliant. And y'all know Brilliant is with 2 L's. BRILLIANT, smilebrilliant.com. And you'll save 20% off using our discount code LWL. You're getting 20% off of $45 per guard. Yeah. Night guards. Come on, y'all. You can't beat that. So stop doing all that stuff. I ain't help you stop snoring at night. Something like that. That ain't part of it, but it could. But yeah, so
but that's real. I mean, I'm sure he doesn't even know you like that.
he doesn't even. That's what he said.
What I mean?
He said. This is what he said. He said, I am somebody you see for maybe 10 minutes and to maybe 10 minutes in the gym. He said, but I wanted to let you know that somebody who you didn't even know sees you.
Come on.
He said, I talk about you to my wife when you're not even here. He said, because he said, and only imagine if you've had this impact on my life in 10 minutes. He said, imagine the impact you've had on other people's lives. He was like, so when you feel like you're by yourself, no, you're not by yourself. Dude, he started crying.
Aww,
you know, I'm just sweet. Like, I'm a thug. I'm not like, you know, my tear ducts are not working right now. But it was good to be able to have that moment, you know, with somebody who understands and all that kind of stuff. But
that's beautiful, babe. So I remember I had this girl I'd been friends with for years. I mean, probably like 10 years.
Yeah.
She'd reached out to me. She's like, we don't talk anymore. Like, I know we've been busy. Like, I know we have, you know, life going on. I know it's been hard, but like, did I do something wrong? Like, did I offend you? Like, I just think it's weird. You know, I hate that we don't connect anymore. I hate that we don't talk. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I've just been busy with the move. You know, this was a while back, but busy with the move, but I'm going to work on being more intentional. Like, and then she said I was in her town and I didn't reach out. I was like, oh girl, I was there for work. It was a quick trip, you know, like next time I'll let you know, hey, I'm in town, but I have zero time. Like, I love you, girl. I would love to see you. Or if you want to do a drive-by by the hotel, but I'm working back to back. It's super crazy. You know, just, I think communication is like literally can heal so many relationships.
Absolutely.
Just so you understand, because I feel like if you saw that person in public, you'd be like, hey, like y'all would connect, y'all would be fine because you can actually talk it out face to face.
Yeah. And that doggone showing up in somebody's city, that's a big one. Yeah. That's a big one. People be like, yo, you in my city. Like people hit me, they're like, yo, I'm in your city. And I'm like, I ain't the sheriff. I ain't got the key. Like, have fun. Enjoy the city. Enjoy. I mean, but you know, that's me. That's my personality. I'm like, yo, enjoy the city. Have a great time. It's cool. I mean, if you're somebody who I really want to hang out with, then okay, I'll make the thing. But you know, if we don't really know each other like that, we cool. Like, yo, or if I know you're busy, like you're in the city, you didn't come in the city for me. Because if you came in for if you came in for me, you would have found out, you know, weeks and months ago, you would have let me know when you were coming to the city. Yeah. But you remember when you landed, I've done that too. Land in Chicago and be like, dang, I know like 12 people. Here, right. So-and-so live here. You're like,
I can't hit up everybody.
I can't.
Because there's no way.
And I don't want to post like, oh, dang, I'm in Chicago. Then they hit me up like, yo, you in my town. You ain't hit me up. If I did hit you up, you probably would, you know. But that's real too. Being able to communicate with people, man, I love you. Yeah. I do. I love you. You're my friend. But right now, I don't have the bandwidth. And I think that you need to be able to give yourself the permission.
That's real, baby.
To be able to tell people, I don't have the bandwidth. Like, yes, I might be in Atlanta, but I don't have the bandwidth to really meet with anybody.
What did we do last time?
Because I'm tired. Baby? What?
Remember what we did last time? What did I do? What did I rent?
You had, so my wife rented an Airbnb, and then she had everybody basically come over to the Airbnb, and we all hung out. We had fun like we used to do in the past.
Yeah, I created an invite, and I invited everybody. Yeah. And I said, this is the time we're going to see everybody at one time, y'all.
And see, I didn't do that.
If you can't come, it's okay. Yeah. Like, no, it's not personal, but like, because we can't be running all over the city to see everybody.
I was running all over the city to see everybody. Yeah, I did that. Yeah. I did that. I mean, I pastored there for almost 10 years. Yeah. So I had deep relationships with people. And then with each person, it was very difficult in my head to be like, you know what? I'm going to just see everybody. I'm going to just have everybody come at the same time because I have individual relationships with people, you know? But then I felt bad because once I left, I had people who were like, yo, like you didn't even tell me you were here. And I was like, yo, I know, but I was only there for a short time. How long were you here for? A week. It was like, oh, you was here for a week? And I'm like, bro, but you gotta understand, I got a wife. Yeah. I got kids. Yeah. I got parents. I got a sister. I have nephews and a niece.
We wasn't sure if we was coming or going at that.
We had that nice hotel room and we didn't get it. Well, it's not nice. I mean, Atlanta don't got no kind of nice hotel room. We're just staying in the same region.
But we had some some quiet time because the kids went with cousins and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. When the kids went, that stuff was cool. Yeah. But even from there, it's like we were moving so much.
It was a lot. But I think just gracing people and saying, hey, if you're in town for work or something, you're probably tired. You probably have a lot going on. You know what I mean? Like, just putting yourself in somebody else's shoes for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
You know,
it goes a long way.
You flew all the way from here. You're probably jet lag. So I think just believing the best over your friends is a great place.
Yeah.
Right. First, communication on your end is good, but also just, hey, let me believe the best over my friend.
Yeah.
You know, let me not destroy that relationship. And if you have a string of destroyed relationships where you're like, I'm just going to go silent and just be weird, I feel like you're going to look up and be like 80 and be like, I have no friends. You ain't got no friends because you didn't water any of your relationships.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And relationship takes work.
It does.
It takes work.
100%.
In fact, relationship requires reciprocity.
100%.
And what reciprocity means is that you have to be willing, you got to be willing to give. You got to be willing to give and take, give and receive, give and receive. That's reciprocity. Reciprocity, like even, you know, like when you think about all the people who you love, the people who you receive from.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if you find a really good book, the law of reciprocity says, because I've received something from you in value, I want to return it back in value. Yeah. That's how we give, you know, as Christians, as believers. Yeah. Our giving isn't based on this ceremonial law that says you got to do this, is based on the fact we give as we're compelled. Yeah. And I'm compelled because I believe that I received something so valuable. Yeah. That's life-changing that I want to be able to return that. That's reciprocity. Yeah, and real. Friendship requires reciprocity. That's real. It requires a text message back. You know, it requires a phone call back, or at least the acknowledgement that I receive your phone call. Yeah. I don't have the bandwidth to talk right now, but at least I received it. I love you. Can I call you tomorrow?
And even if you respond in your head, which I've done before, and then I go to text somebody, I'm like, crap, they texted me 3 weeks ago. You know, I mess up, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, my bad. I totally thought I pushed send and I didn't. You know what I mean? But I feel like just gracing your friends is a great place to start. And if you're really struggling and you feel like you've checked your heart 100 times, like, reach out to that person. Right. And just say, hey, it's gotten weird between us. Like, what's going on? Can I clear the air? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very important that we do that, man. Clear the air. If you got a situation out there right now where you need to talk to somebody, and you know you have a friend out there you need to talk to and clear the air with, like we're really encouraging you right now to clear the air. But relationships is all about reciprocity. Yeah, it's about understanding that it's a give and take. I need to be able to, I need to know what I'm bringing to the table. Yeah, and like, am I a good friend? Am I a good friend? I think that's a really important question to ask yourself.
If when you start hearing this, you'll start thinking of people immediately in your mind, like who you felt like did you dirty, or who went silent, or who went weird. But like, step back and say, was I that person? Yeah. Like, did I go silent? Did I go weird? Am I a good friend? Yeah. Do I just suck the life out of other people? Like, just be honest with yourself. Yeah. Like, do I only reach out to my friend when I'm in trouble or I need help? Like, do I ever check on them to say, hey, how are you? How's work? What do you need? Like, how can I pray for you?
Yeah. I mean, I've had friends pull me to the side, and you got to have real communication. You have to have real honesty. I had one guy pull me to the side and he said, look, he said, it's been very difficult to be your friend. He said, because I've been jealous of you. And I was like,
I remember you telling me
that. I was like, what? Like, it just didn't even on my mind. He was like, yeah, I was jealous of you. And he just started going on and on and on. But I was so glad we were able to have that conversation. Right. Because I was like, bro, you have absolutely nothing to be jealous of, like nothing at all. Like, you know, and just kind of encouraging each other in that moment, because he was looking at an outward thing and I'm thinking about inwardly, like I'm a mess. I'm going through it, but just having that
so good in the shorts, baby.
I said, what?
Shorts.
Oh, my.
I like them right here.
My hoochie daddy shorts.
Hoochie daddy shorts.
Hoochie daddy short. Hey, hoochie daddy short. Legs all out. No, but but yeah. So just being able to have
that honesty,
those real conversations.
Would say that. That's
what
a woman would never be like, hey, I've been jealous of you.
I don't think. No, I don't think a man. Well, let me not say that. I don't want to put general. But in most cases, a man would not look at another man and be like, yeah, bro. Like, the reason I ain't done it is I've been jealous of you.
Yeah, so that was a rare occasion.
That I feel like that is a rare occasion, but it's honesty.
Hey, that's real.
And I feel like we need a lot more honesty.
Yeah. I do get messages from girls saying, hey, I was jealous of you, so I had to unfollow you, or I blocked you because I was jealous of your life and I didn't want to see the posts.
Right.
But I'm like, you don't understand. Like, I tell y'all I get hit with tests and trials. I tell y'all that
People don't be believing that.
I get tested nonstop, but
people don't.
I'm optimistic. I'm resilient and I look on the bright side. So I don't let it, I'm just not going to let it move me, right? I'm going to have my rough days. I'm going to have my time, but I'm not on social media talking about, oh, today was a rough day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm going to keep pressing because that's what I do.
Right.
So yeah.
And that's what we do, y'all. So, hey, so out there, if you're listening to me, I'm telling you, if you have friendship issues right now, can we work to resolve those? Like legit, let's work to resolve them. Let's just call it on the carpet. Let's call it for what it is. Like we're gonna resolve our issues. We're gonna deal with our crap. We're gonna move forward. Like that's what we're supposed to do. You know what I mean? That is what we're supposed to do. So y'all, we love y'all so much. Thank y'all always for rocking with us.
Yes.
And all that kind of good stuff. So we're gonna see y'all next week. You know, we on this piece every Friday. Share this with your family, your friends. Write it down in your journal. Pray about it with God. We love y'all. Introduces. We're out.